Hello again, our dear viewers. One of the challenge or like the most adrenaline rush activities is skydiving. And Kuwait Skydiving Team 2025 World Championship, this episode is dedicated to discussing the Kuwaiti skydiving team, which achieved a historic achievement by taking first place in the 5th World Winged Parachuting Championship 2025 in the Czech Republic, becoming the first Arab team to reach the podium. We are so proud to welcome with us here the brilliant champion who has been capturing success in the championship and has achieved remarkable accomplishment at both the individual and team level. Champion Ali Askar, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning to you and good morning to Kuwait as well, and to my teammates and the Olympic Committee and the whole skydiving committee in Kuwait and the region as well.
Of course, we are so pleased to have you with us here, and I have to ask you, the streets were crowded, so did you skydive to the city directly, or?
I wish it was that possible, but it's still the weather is too hot to do that.
The weather is too hot, and that's bring us to the beginning. Take us to the first journey. What brought you to like skydiving?
So I've been shifting in sports since I was 7 years old. I would try different water sports like swimming, water polo, and diving, and then some gymnastics. And then eventually when a skydiving center opened in Kuwait in 2017, I started in 2018, like every other individual who was interested in skydiving. You would go into a program for the known as the AFF, Accelerated Freefall, of which they teach you how to skydive solo, and then you get your license, your A license, according to the USPA, and then your B license, 50 jumps, and then C license, 200 jumps, etc.
So it's like levels, not
Yes.
like only one thing that you do.
Indeed, because they want you to build the awareness of how to manage yourself into the
Like
sky,
different
into the
situations.
air. Exactly. It's like swimming.
Swimming.
You're falling so fast and you're hitting these air molecules so fast that you start moving around. So if you don't have the ability or the awareness to control yourself in this free fall, it might put you in some stressful situations. And then for you to start wingsuiting, you have to have at least 200 jumps.
200 jumps.
200 jumps.
I know like a scuba dive, you have to have like at least 3 dives, and then they're gonna give you the license. But in jumping, you have to have 200.
Yes, for wingsuiting, because once you put on a wingsuit, your movement is restricted. Your hands and legs have fabrics in between them.
Okay.
So it requires a specific type of awareness and understanding of your body maneuvers and emergency procedures as well.
That's really interesting. And when was like the turning point when you realized like skydiving or wingsuit is not like just a hobby, it become a profession or maybe a passion for you?
At the beginning, the first 1,000 jumps, let's say, the first 5-6 years, I've been doing this for 7 years, which is still, technically I'm still a beginner. At the beginning it was trial and error, trying these new disciplines in skydiving and testing yourself and your ability and your passion. You want to find which discipline drives your curiosity. And then when I started wingsuiting, there was another one of my teammates, Farhan. Good morning, Farhan. He was a wingsuiter before me as well. And him and I, we would stare at each other from the corner of the skydiving center, and then we start jumping. We call it 2-way or 3-way, which means how many people are involved in the jump. And then we built a reputation for ourselves, being the 2 wingsuiters in Kuwait. And then in 23, we started competing.
23 start competing.
Yes.
And 2025, you're becoming the champion of skydiving wingsuit championship that took place in Czech Republic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And mashallah, I see here like a variety of medals. Like we have the gold medal, and then we have like a bronze, as well as we have like a silver.
Yeah, this is the gold medal for the national team podium. There are 5 podiums in these competitions. There is the overall podium, overall for all 3 tasks,
Okay.
time, distance, and speed. And then there is the podium for speed, there is the podium for distance, for time, and then the podium for the national team.
So those medals, like there's like a variety of them. It's not
Yes.
like all in one competition.
They are all one competition, but for different podiums in the competition.
Podiums.
So it's an individual competition in the
Okay.
sense that each member or each teammate competes on his or her own.
Like solo.
Yeah, solo, pretty much.
Okay.
And then your score is combined to represent a national team. A national team is made of 3 individuals, 3 competitors that you nominate before the competition.
For the competition.
Yeah.
And which one for you like was the most challenging?
For me, the time task,
Time
because physics, obviously. Now the time task is, you have a privilege if you are someone who is very lightweight, with longer limbs, longer hands and legs. That gives you a lot of drag.
Really?
Then you're going to stay there longer, which means your time is going to increase. Now, if you're someone who is a little bit shorter limbs and heavier, you'll have an advantage and privilege in the speed task because you're falling faster and you have less drag.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, it's pure physics. And they both meet, or the equilibrium or the balance is reached in the mid task, which is the distance, which is the most technical task, because it requires both speed, it gives you lift.
And accuracy?
And accuracy as well, which means you have to stay in your lane, as well as you want to be light enough to stay floaty and travel a longer distance.
So in that term, like, do you watch your nutrition, your diet, so you can have like a specific weight before you go or enter the champion?
Definitely. If you want to get on the overall podium, which means you are a pilot, a wingsuit pilot who can handle all three tasks, then you need a balance and a ratio in your physical measurements,
maintaining your weight
and your weight
scale,
which means you gotta watch out for your diet.
So it's not like only for bodybuilders, but also like for wingsuit players.
Indeed, you cannot just spend the whole day eating cheesecake and then jumping and then expecting to have a nice performance. Yes,
that's really interesting. And regarding like the achievements, every achievement, if it's big, there's like a lot of hard work and also like obstacles. What kind of obstacles and challenges have you faced before achieving this great accomplishment?
To be honest, the challenges are many. One of them is the experience level in these competition suits. These suits that we jump in are known as race suits or competition suits. They require a huge amount of experience and technical understanding
in terms of like how to wear it, or like in terms of
from the ground, how just like you mentioned, how to put it on, how to gear it up to your rig, and then how to use it in the sky, and
like
then
how to move with it.
And then how to open your parachute for your safety and for your landing using that suit. So it's a learning curve. So one of the challenges was to get into that curve, which was at the beginning. It was typical challenges that we would roll over. We were unable of controlling these suits, slowing them down. But then slowly, as we kept on doing them, and asking for the experience for how to do these things and how to change some of the requirements. Things got better and better until we competed, and mashallah, we got the gold.
That's amazing. And regarding the suit itself, does like the weather temperature affect it?
So the skydiving, the whole gear and equipment in skydiving is made of nylon, treated nylon. Everything we use, the harness, the parachutes, the wingsuits are made of different layers and thicknesses of nylon. So you got to take care of this. Humidity affects it. Even the human sweat, it's salty sweat, and it affects the interior of these suits.
And talking about like sweat and humidity, man, we are in Kuwait. Yeah. The weather, like the temperature is rising. So how do you prepare for such a situation?
So the season in Kuwait, the skydiving season in Kuwait starts from October until March, and there's a skydiving center specific for that. Everyone is welcome to come and join us during our season. Unfortunately for us, our season ends in March, and then the summer starts, which we don't have a skydiving center in Kuwait. Now, all of the competitions, the world competitions under the FAI, they are usually in August, September, the end of the summer, which means we are in a disadvantage in the sense that we don't have a skydiving center. As a result, we have to travel abroad, and like every other person in Kuwait, we have so many commitments. We have work, we have family, but we try to maximize our leaves and sport leaves 30 days before the competition in a specific drop zone skydiving center, either in Europe or North America, because they have a lot of options there. So we spend 30 days training and jumping, and then we go on to our competition.
And how do you feel like being the first Arab team to win and create like this accomplishment and reach the podium in Cheek Championship?
That's a very good question. The immense the amount of immense feeling that I'm feeling of pride and responsibility towards this achievement is
rising the Kuwaiti flag from the sky.
I'm unable even to describe it properly. I'm just feeling so much proud and responsible. This win for us as a team in Kuwait, representing Kuwait and the Arab nation as well, is an indication of the amount of hard work, not only from us, the competitors, but also the officials that were involved behind the scenes, that everyone who contributed, in signing us up and registering us and providing these amenities,
the logistics support,
the logistics, the sport leaves, like the Kuwait Olympic Committee, the Public Authority for Sport, the Kuwait Science Club. All of these entities came together to help us and to get us in there. So this shows, this gold shows the amount of work and effort that everyone got involved, and this is the result.
And the dedication of the country as Kuwait, we are so lucky to have this different organization helping us and taking our hand, the hand of the youth, so they can reach to the top and achieve the impossibles.
I agree.
Of course. And one of the things that come to my mind, like what key factor that distinguish the Kuwaiti team from the rest of the Arab teams?
It's a very good question. Kuwaitis are Kuwaitis. You know, we are we are passionately stubborn,
hard workers.
Yeah, hard workers, and we want, when we are passionate about a specific activity in our lives, be it business, career, sports, we go all the way in, you know, full throttle, and then we want to put all of our time and money invested into this activity. As a result, this competition being an individual competition, the whole structure of the team was pretty much strong and thirsty towards taking Kuwait on that podium. Our focus was to go on the top 3. Soon enough, within the second day of the competition, we started looking at each other and like, guys, we have a chance of winning first. Let's keep on pushing. So I think the teamwork that was involved, in addition to the personal desire of each of the teammates to be there and to put Kuwait's name on that podium, all of these factors got together and
they
gave us this result.
Beautiful miracle that we are seeing right here. It was really a great effort from all the team, from each individual in this team. They create this beautiful miracle that we have here. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I have to ask you, like, you know, sports, sometimes like boxing, they make someone more confident. Swimming, they make someone like more patient. So in skydiving, what kind of personality change that you have noticed before and after?
Well, patience, the one you mentioned, without a doubt, it teaches you a lot about patience, and then it gives you awareness of how your body can function in different environments. As human beings, we're not made to be in the air. You know, we're designed to be walking on this air. And you can see that from these videos, people jumping from the airplane as a tandem. The first thing they do, they start kicking without even realizing that they're kicking, because their nerve system is looking for earth, for the ground. So the sport being in this different environment gives you a whole different awareness and perspective of how your body can function in different stress levels and different environments. And then you gotta be really patient. It took us 7 years to get to this level, to understand the sport, to understand how things are done. And then throughout the jump, there are so many levels and stages and steps.
Yes, that's what, like, I want to ask you, like, when you are in the helicopter or like in the airplane, before you jump, what kind of ideas come to your mind?
Oh, so
how do you deal with this? Like, what kind of mindset do you have before jumping? Because I know it's threatening. I know, like, it's adrenaline rush, and there are people who are blessed with that. They love adrenaline rush activities. But for you, what the first ideas come to you, and what kind of mindset do you have?
That's a really good question, because everyone handles stress or these moments differently, and you see that, especially during a competition. You would see some people creating some hand games and the airplane so that they can, you know, get distracted and, you know, not overthink. Other people, they put their earphones on and they hear and listen to something that they like and enjoy.
Hard rock, huh?
Hard rock, for example, even rap, or you know, some patriotic, some competitive music. Other people, they have a procedure on their own. Myself, all these methods are fine. None of them is wrong and none of them is right. It's just a personal preference.
What's the method that you
For
use?
me, I break down the jump that I want to do, and then I take it in steps, and then I try to remember what I want to change in this jump, because while I change it in the air, I want to remember if that changed also did something positive or negative. Did it improve my performance or did it not improve my performance?
It's like by recording the jump itself from the beginning to the end?
Indeed. So we use cameras, and then we use a device known as a GPS unit, a sophisticated device that gives you your 3D positioning in space. It gives you your speed, your altitude, elevation, movement, direction. And then this data, when you land, you take it into a computer and then you analyze your performance.
That's really amazing. And for all the youth that are watching us and they got inspired by this accomplishment and they want to take the same route, like being a skydiver or like going to the international level of competition, what kind of one advice you would like to share with them or a message you would like to deliver to them?
So 7 years ago, when we started this, my friend and I, we would go to these companies who produce these wingsuits. And then we would see these top-tier flyers and wingsuit pilots. And then we would look at them, and then my friend and I would like, look at these guys, they're so good and so professional. Like, there's no way we will reach that level one day. But then 7 years later, with enough hard work, dedication, passion, and curiosity, we are at that level now. People outside of Kuwait, in these nations and countries that were way ahead of us, look at us
as a role model.
As a role model, as a reference point as well. And they are interested in coming and in training with us. Now, the message here is that to our young boys and girls, if you have a dream, go for it. Don't think it's impossible or it's too far away or it's too hard for me to accomplish. Start with baby steps. Today you are closer than you were yesterday, and then tomorrow you'll be closer, inshallah. Take it into one step at a time. Keep your passion and curiosity ongoing, and put the hard work.
That's an amazing message to all this youngsters who are watching us. Take the baby step. The big step will not happen unless you take the small step, and then gradually your ability is going to get better, your confidence is going to get stronger, and then you're going to find yourself achieving the miracles. Thank you so much, our champion, Ali Askar, for being with us, the wingsuit champion in 2025, for enlightening us and inspiring a lot of people who are watching us about wingsuit and this beautiful, heroic journey.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the time and effort from the ministry and from this show. It's been a pleasure being here and talking about this sport, and hopefully we can see more Kuwaiti wingsuiters in the future.
Inshallah, we are waiting, inshallah, and the future looks promising. And of course, Good Morning Show will always support all individuals in Kuwait who are creative and like to achieve. We're going to support you and take by your hand and make you stars. And now, dear viewers, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back.